Yo, Sarah, we've been together a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I love you.
Dive on into that for all the women that are divorced or that are married or that are dating.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into that.
We'll definitely get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can just chime in and comment whatever your perspective, your journeys, if you have been divorced, what was that like, and all of that stuff. Cause
yes,
it's a journey. It's a process.
It really is.
Yeah. But,
even baby mamas too, and baby dads.
Baby dads too.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one thing I've realized. I feel like either in marriage or relationships or in divorce, most of the time we always feel sympathy for the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of neglect the men.
We do. We do. Because we can roll on into that womanhood. Like, a lot of women lose their lives giving birth, and then the man has the baby, and then they're like doing all this stuff.
Exactly.
And nobody gives them credit. Like,
they don't. Yeah.
But if we do it by ourselves, we're getting all the flowers.
Exactly. You're a strong woman. You know?
I don't want to always be strong. Like,
who are you
I'm trying to be.
I don't want to be strong. I am not a strong, independent woman. I'm not. I need help.
Like, seriously. I'm trying to be pampered at this time.
Exactly. Yeah. But as a married woman, how did marriage change your perspective on relationships and like personal growth?
Well, to be honest, I never even thought I was gonna get married. I was like, my standards were like up here. Like, I'm like, no, like nobody was cutting it. Nobody was cutting it for me.
So you had your little check.
I didn't have a checklist, but it's just like, if you can't converse, if I'm not feeling it, like, and a lot of these men these days just don't know how to, you know.
They cannot hold a conversation. What are you doing?
Yeah, like, what? I can't. Like, I have too much intelligence for that type of playing around. I don't like to play games. But getting married, I met my husband in college. Oh. So when I first met him, I was a freshman, so I was like, I'm having fun right now.
Yeah.
I really respected that.
That's good.
So then when I was ready, it was like a whole story. But when I was ready, we got together, and it changed my outlook on relationships because I realized that there is someone for everyone. Right? Like, it may not be all that you expect and all that you want, but that person is right for you when you find that one, and they're going to compliment you and help you out in life. Like, there's so many things that I've done in life that I don't feel like I would have done if I wasn't married to him or met him. Just like how you feel. Like, like, so yeah, that's what changed about me in relationships. I also feel like he taught me a lot. Helped me grow. Like, I used to be a little feisty. You know?
Fire signs here.
Yes. But it reeled me in a little bit, you know, to be like more of the woman I am today. Like, just more calm, know how to communicate, know how to express myself in an elegant, graceful way. Because everybody knows me.
It's not what you said, it's how you say it.
Yes. You know? I used to be ready to fight. I didn't know what to talk. Just like,
yeah,
it's enough. I can't. But I have grown.
That's good.
Yes.
I like that. And you say that you believe that there's a person for everyone. I know that marriage is like, everyone goes into it hoping that it will last forever.
Yes.
You know what I mean? No one goes into it like, oh, at some point I'm gonna leave you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, no, it's till death do us part.
Right.
So like, and with the divorce rate so high right now, how do you deal with that? Do you ever think about it?
I was gonna ask you about that too, but no, I don't think about it.
That's good.
Because I don't think about it because the way that we met, God told me that was my husband, and God told him that I was his wife. So God told him first that I was his wife. So he had called me and was like, yeah, God told me that you were my wife. Mind you, this was a random day. And that same day, or the day before, I had prayed and I was like, God, I don't want to live like this anymore. Like, I want to have a change, right? And then he calls and he says, God said that you're my wife. Mind you, he's been preparing for a wife the whole time. And so then I was not sure. So I'm like, like, you talking about staying with someone for the rest of your life?
Right.
You know? So then I got my confirmation when basically a situation happened and God like placed this ring in front of me. So I was just like, oh wow, okay. So ever since then, we vowed to commit to each other outside of cheating.
Okay.
So like if we don't cheat, then we gotta work it out.
Exactly.
But it's hard.
Yeah, nothing is easy.
It's
like that you said, he said, God told me that you're my wife. I feel like it's very important for, like, marry a man who is ready to be a husband.
Yes.
Not just a man who wants a wife.
Or wants a child.
Or wants a child.
Like, no, seriously.
You know?
Because you have to be ready for that.
Yeah,
you know?
because, okay, I am a wife, but are you prepared
right.
to be a husband? Do you have what it takes to be a husband?
It's a responsibility.
It is.
And as a wife.
It is.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
it is.
That's
but I was gonna ask you that because I feel like if you believe in whatever you believe, how did you feel about getting divorced? Like, how did that affect? You know, because you know the church will tell you like do this part, and then you decide like what was the determining factor that we're like, okay.
You know, it's crazy because like so we had, of course, we got married in court and all that good stuff, and we also had a ceremonial wedding at a Catholic church where we both go. And I still go to that church. It's our home. It's our safe space and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, there were times where I was like, damn, did I leave too quickly? You know?
Yeah.
Could I have stayed and really worked it out? But then I'm like, no, I should not feel guilty for my decision because there were signs, you know?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't know. So it wasn't infidelity. That wasn't the issue at all. Right. But there are certain habits that people have that become addictions. Yes. And you have to ask yourself, do I want to be around this addiction? Is this affecting me in any way? Can I live with this person in this space they're in? Right. You know?
Like, is it harmful to your being?
Yeah. And you tell the person, you know, we went to counseling, we talked to our priest, we had marriage counseling, or even before our wedding, we had a marriage counseling. But these are signs, these are red flags. Like, you know, when you're dating someone, you overlook them. Yeah. But as you guys stay together, the red flags grow and grow. Like,
maybe like this.
Are you blind? Not a rainbow. It's a red rainbow. Forget yellow and green. It's just red.
No, for real. No, for real. I feel like once you get married, it's like a big test. Yeah. Like, what just happened?
What should I do?
What do we do?
What do we do? Yeah.
Hold on.
Exactly. And for me, I know that I gave chances after chances. I did all that I can myself to help him overcome what he was going through, whatever addiction he was dealing with. And we all make choices. Yeah. Life is about making choices every single day. Yes. You decide and you make a choice. I want to do this. I want to stay with this person. I'm going to do this to be better, to stay in this relationship.
And you don't want to be an enabler to whatever.
And you don't want to be an enabler.
So that's the hard part.
And at some point, you just get tired. Like, you know what? This is just your decision. You just want to continue to do this. And you know what? I love you. I really do. But it's not healthy for me. Okay. It's becoming detrimental to myself and to our union as a whole. So I have to remove myself from this union, unfortunately. Yes. Because you don't want to get the help that you vowed
that takes
to get.
Strength.
You know?
Man.
It was very hard.
It is.
It really was. But
it's very hard.
It was, not to sound wrong, because I did appreciate our marriage and everything, but I accomplished, like, after it, I just feel like I turned a new leaf. And I had like another personal growth. Yes. And I was like going into my 30s because we divorced when I was like 29.
Okay.
So as I'm going to my dirty 30s.
Yes.
That's when I kicked in. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she kicked them doors.
Yes, I'm alone.
Not
I gotta
for real.
I gotta do that by myself. And
See the transition.
Yeah,
That's the
transition.
transition age. I'm telling you. You think different.
You
like
do.
when you first got married, you're thinking different than at that point in
Most
time.
definitely.
So you're like making decisions differently.
Yeah.
So you know.
I was 26 when we actually got
Yeah.
married, but we have been dating and living together for years before that. So
yeah.
I was young still. You know,
Yeah.
26 is still,
That's a
pretty.
baby for real.
Exactly. So I
for
did
real.
like transition into my 30s on my own, and it was a very wild experience.
Wow.
Because I had to readjust into dating
Yeah,
again.
it's really good because most people they don't have the strength to
leave.
no.
Leaving is
They
hard.
will stay and just be dragged.
Yeah.
And
Dragged
that's one
and
thing
drained.
about me. Like, I realize I only have one life
Mm-hmm.
right here. Like, and like I'm not gonna let anything or anybody stop me. Like, I don't care how hard I have to work. I need to do what I need to do. Like, I can't rest at night if I'm not doing what I'm called to do.
Right.
Like, no. It's not
Yeah.
happening. Nobody's stopping that. No marriage. No
one
no
at all.
child. Nothing.
It's funny
I'm
you mentioned
serious.
it because like
Cause no, ma'am.
it's so hard to like navigate life
Yes.
doing all of these different tasks. But how
No,
you make
for real.
time to
Girl.
set little time aside for Tasia.
Huh?
And I know nursing is also like
Yeah, them 12-hour shifts.
yeah.
And school. Sometimes that's why being me,
Mhm.
I feel like it is tough because I don't want anyone else to look at me and what I'm doing, all that I'm doing, and
Right.
be like, oh well, I should be doing this or compare or all that
Ooh,
stuff.
that word
you know what
I
I'm
should
saying?
is so bad.
I basically am an action person, so like just one thing at a time. I do one thing at a time, but those one steps get you far.
That's true.
So like, you guys see this, but you don't see the 100 steps that I took just to be here right now, or just to do that one thing, right? It may have took me years, but you're gonna just see the ending project. So those one steps that I take is what fulfills me. It's one step closer to fulfilling my goals, fulfilling my dreams. That makes my day-to-day happy. That's how I look at life. I mean, if you don't look at it like that, you're gonna be angry.
That's true.
You're gonna be very
you can't
angry.
do everything all at once.
No.
You know.
You only can do one thing at
One
a
thing
time.
at
You're
a
only
time.
one person.
Yeah. You don't
So-
want to overexert yourself.
No.
It's just, that's where stress comes in, and then you start comparing yourself to other
Yes.
people. I should be here. At
And I
this.
actually have a story about that because I got burnt out when I was maybe like 26.
Mhm.
I got burnt out. Like my body shut
Really.
down on me. Like, and I will never let that happen to me again. Like that was scary. Like I thought I was not gonna be here. Like, that's how bad it was. But yeah, that was really scary. But you know, I made it through that situation, and I vowed to myself that I would never ever let that happen to me again.
Mhm.
Because I would always try to be here for this person, be here for that person, do this, do that, da da da. Like, oh, respond to this person mad, talk to this person, like. And then I'm like, okay, but at this moment right now, who showed up for me when I'm down bad right now? I really need help.
Crickets.
So that's why I just never look back. Like, I'll be there when I can be there.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you when I can talk to you, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm sorry.
I love that.
It is what it is.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, that's self-care.
Yeah.
That's self-love right there.
No, for
It
real.
really is.
I
That's
can't
so
do it.
important. It really
That was
is.
a life lesson. And what about you? How do you make time for Carolina and, you know, fulfill your dreams and what you want to do in life, being a mom, and now in your journey of doing it by yourself, co-parenting, you know, learning how to navigate in this new life?
Oh man, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said about just taking things one small chunk at a time, not biting the whole meal. You know what I mean? I thrive on journaling.
Yes, you
I
did
have
say
to.
that.
I have like a million journals. As a matter of fact, there's a lady at my job, one of my colleagues, she saw me journaling one time in the office. She's like, "Are you journaling?" I'm like, "I sure am."
Right.
She's like, "That's nice because I have so many journals. I forget where she gets them from."
Yeah.
But ever since she saw me, every once in a while, she would like leave journals on my desk. Like
Oh,
new journals.
that is so nice.
It's the sweetest thing ever.
It's like an angel.
Yeah. I'm like, thank you. I can never have enough journals.
No, really. Those small things, see?
Yeah.
Get you through.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if you watch Gossip Girl, but Blair Waldorf.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I started.
Blair has like a whole a shelf basically where she has journals from like not kindergarten, but like elementary school up into her adult life.
She got a movie.
Basically. So that's basically me. I'm in the house just carrying all of my journals. But I digress. So I just write down like my goals, what I want to accomplish for that month or that week or that year. And I take small steps. Whatever I can do to accomplish that within that week, I just do it. I check it off.
For
I'm
real.
like, ooh.
Y'all, take notes.
I got that done.
No, because you feel so good. Like, and then reward yourself too.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Bro.
You have to.
You have to. And it feels so good like looking back at what you wrote down that you wanted to accomplish. Like, I did that. You know? So, and I tell my son, like, if I need time alone and we're at home, I'm like, mommy needs time to herself. And he's like, oh, do you want to play Uno? He's so good at Uno.
Oh,
like, this kid beats me at Uno. I'm like, how did you get so good?
That's funny.
But I'm like, no, Yuli, right now I'm tired. Mom needs to rest. He's like, you want to take a nap? I was like, yup. He already knows. Like, he already knows. But I just tell him.
That's nice that he respects that.
Yeah, he does. He
my
does.
daughter, I don't know. Maybe she's not there yet.
She's still young.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's going to be 6 in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be 8 in July.
She tries.
Yeah.
She tries.
Yeah, he's very understanding. Because, like, I have to.
So sweet.
He's going to be a man.
Yeah.
You know? Eventually. So I'm like, I need to tell him if your wife or your girlfriend needs, like, time for herself.
Yeah.
It don't mean she doesn't love you. She just needs time for herself, you know?
But he's going to be a nice gentleman. A nice blend of you guys.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I know he will. I know he will. Yeah.
The sweetheart, don't. See, what happens is, them little girls be breaking their heart and then they be acting a fool.
That's exactly what happens.
Yes.